Error is one of the leading causes of death and disability in the world. About half the harm from medical error is caused by mistakes with medication. At any given time, about every 10th person in the hospital is there because of harm from medications. Medication use has increased by about 1/3 over the past decade. As the number of medications goes up, so does the risk of harm. Not all harm from medications can be avoided. That is why it is important to take only the medications you need in the amount you need and no more. What can you do to take medications safely? Know what each medication is for and how long you should take it. Know the potential side effects. Be careful of over-the-counter medications. They can have serious side effects just like other medications. Take the smallest dose you need. Keep a list of your medications. Review your medications regularly with your provider. Do you still need them all? Are they all safe to take together? Report side effects to your prescriber or to your National Center for Reporting Adverse Drug Events. To learn more, visit the World Health Organization or visit World Patients Alliance, www.worldpatientsalliance.org. The global voice of patients. Are you taking too many medications? How many medications do you take? Do you take more than 5? That is called polypharmacy. Polypharmacy means many medications, and taking too.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. And let's begin our lecture today. Distinguished speaker, Professor Shin Ushiro, honorable faculty members and fellow students. Welcome to today's guest lecture titled uh, Incident Reporting and Open Disclosure, Best Practice from Japan. My name is Naya, Professor, Master Student in Health Policy Administration at Universitas Erlangga, and I'm honored to serve you as your moderator today. And this guest lecture is part of our patient safety course enrichment and is hosted by Universitas Erlangga Faculty of Public Health in collaboration with Kyushu University and the Center of Excellence for Patient Safety and Quality. Let us take this opportunity to learn from one of the leading experts in patient safety in Japan. We are pleased to welcome Professor Shin Ushiro, the Deputy Hospital Director and Chief of Patient Safety at Kyushu University Hospital, Japan. He also serves as a board member of the Japan Council for Quality Healthcare, the national body responsible for quality improvement and hospital accreditation in Japan. With over 20 years of experience in healthcare safety, and then clinical risk management and system improvement. Professor Ushiro has led various initiatives to strengthen the culture incident reporting and open disclosure in Japan's hospital. So, how are you today, Professor?
Mhm.
Professor, can
Yes,
you hear my voice clearly?
yes, I can hear you. So you
Okay.
want me to start?
Okay, we are very happy to have you with us today,
Thank you.
Professor.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I hope you have had a great day so far.
hmm hmm
And before we start, to the audiences, please feel free to write down your question in the chat box during the presentation. I will read them out during the Q&A session. Alternatively, you may raise your hand or unmute your microphone to actively participate in the discussion during the session. And I would like to remind you that uh, official virtual background for this event will be shared in the Zoom chat. So please download and use it to maintain a uniform appearance throughout the session. So open your video and thank you. So without further delay, let's begin our session. And the screen is yours, Professor.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Naya, and good afternoon to my colleagues in the School of Public Health at Erlanger University. I am Shin Ushiro from Kyushu University, as well as Japan Council for Quality Healthcare, which is an accreditation body in my country. Today, I am working in JQ's office, Japan Council for Quality Healthcare in Tokyo. And I'm really honored and privileged to be invited to the guest lecture series of Erlanger University. So I'm going to share with you my experience in my hospital, Kyushu University Hospital, as well as my experience on National Reporting and Learning System, which is publicly available, conducted by JQ. So I'd like to start off by sharing my slide with you. So Professor Naya, do you see my slide big enough at
Yes,
first
I
view
can.
level? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, in the first place, I'd like to tell you about my relation with your country, Indonesia. What you see here is the photo of my presentation I made last year on occasion of healthcare conference held by Brawijaya University. A couple of years ago, I joined a virtual web lecture held by Brawijaya University, and finally, I was invited in person to the university. And then I joined annual conference of World Patient Alliance, where I met Dr. Inga for the first time. Last year, I joined again the annual conference of the organization. And then what you see here is the one of the session I joined and Dr. Inga joined. And I think this is the last slide of my relation with your country. And uh, as I had been working as a board member of ISQA, International Society for Quality Healthcare. I was really honored to work with my Indonesian colleague from the accreditation body of your country. It is called KARS, Komisi Akreditasi Rumah Sakit. And there are two Indonesian board members in ISQA board, Dr. Hani and Dr. Johnny. And I was invited a couple of times to deliver a lecture on patient safety, such as reporting and learning system, no photo scheme for birth injury conflict, and hospital accreditation. So I'm really familiar with the accreditation body CARS. And JQ and CARS are member of ISQA as an international institutional member. Here you see the logo of Komisi Akreditasi Rumah Sakit. So I would like to stress that I have been working with my Indonesian colleagues for many years. So I'm really familiar with the joint project with your country. So here you see the photo of the University Medical Center where I work, and here the location of my university hospital in Japanese archipelago. I work in the city of Fukuoka, which is close to Korean Peninsula and China. And I also work, like today, here in Tokyo when I work for JQ. And here you see the project lines of JQ related to quality and safety. Of course, the JQ provides hospital accreditation, but I have been in charge of National Adverse Event Reporting and Learning System with a variety of scope of target institutions such as hospital and clinic and community pharmacy and dental clinic. So I'd like to stress that we have been running national level reporting and learning system of hospital, clinic, community pharmacy, and dental clinic. And another project which is really unique on global basis is the no-fault based compensation system for cerebral palsy, which often ignites lawsuit, conflict, etc., in my country. I am not sure of what is happening related to cerebral palsy or birth injury in Indonesia. However, watching the video before this session, I assume that the conflict related to maternal care or neonatal care is one of the agendas we need to address. And with this slide, I like to highlight that patient representatives or family representatives are included in all the project in JQ. So what you see here is the national policy on patient safety generated by the Ministry of Health in 2002. At the year of 2000 and around, there are many medical accidents taking place in prestigious hospital like University Medical Center in my country. For instance, patient X and patient Y were completely switched. So heart surgery and the lung surgery were switched as a consequences of patient switch. Another thing is that you say heparin, heparin solution doesn't have color. It's translucent, no color. And disinfectant solution is also have no color. So those two solutions were switched. Consequently, patient was injected with disinfectant solution, causing patient death. At the year of 2000 and around, those cases took place and very much highlighted by media. So it was said that the growing concern on patient safety were observed at the year of 2000. And then in response to the concern, Japanese government released a national policy on quality and safety. And looking at this slide, it obviously includes institutional level reporting and learning system, as well as national level reporting and learning system. According to this policy, Japanese government mandated the medical institutions to equip with internal reporting and learning system, which is inspected annually or every 2 or 3 years by local governments. And the Japanese government funded the JQ. JQ is an accreditation body and quasi-public neutral body in healthcare. The government funded the JQ to launch external reporting and learning system, which I have been in charge of for 20 years. And we began the reporting and learning system in JQ in 2004. Okay, with this slide onward, I'd like to share with you my experience on reporting and learning system at institutional level in Kyushu University Hospital. Here you see the organizational structures to promote patient safety in my hospital. I am a deputy director. It is also called the Chief Patient Safety Officer in charge of patient safety. So I supervise a division of patient safety and the committee on safe medication therapy, and safe radiological test and treatment, and electronic health record and other recordings, because those committees and divisions are all related to patient safety. So I'm supervising all those division and committees. And I am also working as a divisional director of patient safety together with four nurses, one dentist, and one pharmacist. Only dentist is working as a part-time basis, while others, such as nurses and pharmacists, are working for patient safety on full-time basis. And in my hospital, it's a big hospital with 1,200 beds. So there are 40 departments and divisions, 40. So we have two risk managers in each department or division. So nearly 100 risk managers are in place in my hospital. So all those division and committees and human resources in charge of patient safety in Kyushu University Hospital. And here in Patient Safety Committee, we published every year patient safety manuals. The manuals is really big, so we also publish in pocket manual on patient safety in order to embed the sense of learning, reporting and learning, and standardization, streamlining like GOS, 5S Kaizen, and optimization quality as well as quality improvement. So even today, working in Tokyo, I carry in-pocket manual. So as you see, every 3,500 employees, staffs, must carry pocket manual in their pocket. And then on page 1 of the manual, we see incident reporting flow, particularly the incident graded 3B and more and over. 3B means the case in which a significant treatment or test were conducted. And on page 2, the next page, we see committees related to incident review. I'm going to talk about the incident review committee later on. And here you see the same figure that I showed in immediate previous slide, which is the flow of internal incident reporting. If the incident graded 3B or beyond take place, the case is swiftly reported to hospital director or me through patient safety division, even at night. And even while I'm working in other countries outside Japan, I am notified of the occurrence of incident graded 3B or beyond by email. And if necessary, those incidents goes to other committees or meetings, particularly if incident if incident may ignite conflict, including lawsuit, the case goes to incident review committee or dental incident review committee. Well, here you see my photo, carrying in-pocket manual in my breast pocket. I took this picture on April the 1st, which is the week we enjoy the full bloom of cherry blossom. And I said 3B or beyond. So as you see, we grade incident case according to the degree of harm. 3B means that the degree of injury is severe, and we provide treatment, a significant treatment or care to the patient. And the grade 5 means the death of the patient. And here you see the monthly statistics of our internal incident report. We receive 400 or more, 400 to 500 incident report from 80 division or department to the Division of Patient Safety. We are attempting to increase the number of incident reporting. Last year, in 2024, we observed the record number of incident report from our staff. I said that if the incident graded 3B or beyond take place, it is swiftly reported to me and hospital director by email. Here you see the email, which was transferred from safety manager in the Division of Patient Safety on April the 10th. The description is not much like shown here. What happened is that this is a report from safety manager, Mr. X, at 18 p.m. The patient underwent living donor kidney transplantation, and then the patient suddenly suffered abdominal pain. Ultrasonography suggested of a retroperitoneal hematoma. Blood pressure suddenly rose up to 170, 180. So physician planned to lower the blood pressure by medication, and he continued to observe. And hours later, no growth was observed. That's okay. However, the patient kept on claiming of severe pain, and the team finally worried about hematoma large enough to compress the kidney that could lead to kidney failure, renal failure. Therefore, the team made a decision of performing urgent surgery. And then physician explained the patient and family about the clinical course and decision of the acute surgery, urgent surgery, and received consent. This is what is told in this mail. Mail like this take place 150 or more on annual basis. And with those reports, we produce committee documents on monthly basis. Here you see the committee documents on the adverse event incident graded 3B and beyond. Here you see the title and description of the incident, which is really rich, and the probable cause, corrective action, and some notes. And if we see the case is complication, we just list the title of the case. And for instance, what happened is that the physician planned to inject lidocaine hydrochloride added with small number of epinephrine. But the physician said to the scrub nurse, I use Bosmin instead of lidocaine and epinephrine. He said, just I use Bosmin. So the scrub nurse and the circulating nurse wondered what type of Bosmin he is going to use. And finally, wrong Bosmin solution was injected to the patient. And here you see here you also see the committee document of incident graded A, no harm, and 3, I'm sorry, 0, 1, 2, and 3A with little harm. Here you see the description of the incident and the corrective action and comment by safety managers. We have a lot of cases graded 0, 1, 2, 3A. So we select some sentinel cases, some 20 or 30 sentinel cases on monthly basis and produce committee document like this. And we also publish monthly alert. Here you see 3 monthly alerts. Here on your left end, here you see the monthly alert related to inadequate application of clinical pathway to a patient. And in the middle, you see the one that describes contradictory prescription like laxative drug for patient with renal failure before colonoscopy. So patient with colonoscopy normally is prescribed with laxative drug. However, if patient suffers renal failure, this drug is contradictory. So we shouldn't prescribe. However, there are cases in which it is prescribed. And here you see on your right end is allergen remaining in IV route, IV long tube, when infusion is suspended for allergic reaction. Um, in other words, when you see allergic reaction, you suspend IV infusion. However, there are a small number of allergen remaining in the tube, in the root. And for instance, if you start normal saline with this tube, allergen start to be injected to the patient again. So it is really risky. And here you see the agenda of risk manager meeting. Here you see the presentation of recent patient safety incident, outcome of review case of apology and damage payout, which I normally present. And the Kyushu University Safety Monthly Alert, which you saw in previous slide, and others. So we have many agendas in a risk manager meeting, which lasts normally for only 1 hour. Well, here you see the picture of patient safety committee and risk manager meeting. And this slide shows you the wide variety of committee document, meeting document of risk manager meeting. Here you see on your left the agenda of risk manager meeting, and here you see in the middle and on your right incident statistics, list of individual incident, outcome of incident review committee, Kyushu University rules of physical strains, JQ's monthly alert that I produce in JQ office and spread it across Japanese medical institutions, and report from monitor and alarm control team, and updates on global movement of patient safety. Here you see the picture of my presentation that I made in Vietnam. So I'm going to share the photo of this session next month, probably. Okay, and next, I would like to talk about disclosure. And the question is that if disputable incident happens, what we are going to do with those incidents? And what if the incident with questionable procedure or questionable practice to take place? What we are going to do next with the incident? And for family, there are 3 don'ts principles. The first one is do not conceal, to build and maintain trust with patient and family. Number 2, do not keep away from the incident, to maintain ownership and remain involved in the case. And number 3 is do not deceive, to communicate faithfully based on facts. Those 3 don'ts principles is described in pocket manual. And I normally educate our staff with this pocket manual. And then regarding saying sorry or apology, we have some rules. First, about sorry. We should say sorry in any incident, particularly disputable incident. For instance, I will say in such a way that I'm sorry for the outcome that greatly affected physical conditions of you or your family member as a result. And regarding apology, we should apologize when there is negligence. We need to note that what we apologize for has to be specified, because patient may ask in such a way that I understand that you are apologizing me, but what do you apologize for? We need to answer this question. So if a disputable incident take place, we review the case or investigate the case in incident review committee or dental incident review committee. I would like to talk about protocol of assessing clinical practice quality in incident review committee or dental incident review committee. With this slide and onward. Number one, clinical consideration. Clinical consideration comes first. It precedes legal consideration. So in orderly manner, number one, clinical consideration. Number two, legal consideration. We emphasize the standard of quality, which we clinicians have to fulfill when we assess clinical procedures. So if we assess the procedures, we refer to evidence-based clinical guideline, clinical guidance, experts' opinion, etc., and etc. And what comes next is legal consideration. And the consideration subsequently follows clinical considerations to assess practices conducted in the instance in terms of whether there is negligence. We emphasize legal standard. It's a little difficult to set the legal standard in our mind, but we need to do that with the help of lawyers in incident review committee. Here you see the, the demographic figure to talk about the difference between clinical thinking and the legal thinking. I believe that you and I are very much familiar with clinical thinking because in clinical conference, clinical thinking aims at higher and ideal level of practice and skills. So even if the practice is fairly enough, you still say, no, this is not ideal. You need to improve your skill or practices. In that sense, your skill is still low or still premature. Low, premature, low. And the continued improvements encouraged by senior colleagues even for legally acceptable procedure of skills. On the contrary, legal thinking in incident review committee aims at articulating level of procedural skill in reference to the legal standard. Let's say legal standard is at this level. Legal standard varies. So this is one of the reasons to set the legal standard. Legal standard varies depending on institution, clinical condition of patient, situation, various situations, etc., etc. So when clinicians say in the committee, this decision made in this case is not well evidenced, but I think this is one of the options. The legal members always ask in such a way that do most experts, i.e. 80 to 90% or more of experts agree with their view? And if clinicians say, I don't think this is the right procedure to take for treating the patient because it is too risky, the legal members again say, do most experts, 80 to 90% or more in your specialty agree with their view? So this is the conversation or question and answer exchanged in the committee. And then finally, we conclude the case. There are two types, no negligence or negligence. This is very clear. And if there is negligence, scope and scale of negligence are carefully reviewed because we need to estimate the scale of the size of the damage and the damage payout. And consultation or negotiation with insurance company may be needed. And number four, we conduct candid and swift communication with patient and family on the outcome of the committee. Candid communication of the assessment of procedure and the legality of procedure is carried out in very much faithful manner by staff involved, senior staff, and the deputy director, chief patients officer, which is me in my hospital. And we observed that candid response like this works very well for swift settlement out of court in case that there is negligence. And here you see the patterns of conclusion from medical legal viewpoint. Let's say there is no negligence in practice. However, there is a case in which linkage to adverse outcome is observed, even if there is no negligence. In other words, no negligence. However, there is link. This case refers to complication, which we cannot avoid. So we call this case complication. And then if there is negligence and there is linkage to adverse outcome, we need to apologize and we need to pay damage payout swiftly. So I very often say to my staff that we as specialists should elucidate the clinical or legal nature of an incident based on justice and science, with legal advisor if necessary, and always hold ourselves accountable for care we provide anytime, anywhere, and to anybody. Here you see the presentation video that I deliver every year. We have an e-learning system for staff education, and I share this idea with our staff. And so what happens next after we provide candid communication to patient and family? Pattern one is when we admit negligence and link to the adverse outcome, we try to bring the case to settlement out of court before we filed lawsuit to the court, presenting damage payout, considering the scope and the scale of the damage with the help of legal advisors and insurance company. And occasionally, conditions for the settlement is required, such as face-to-face apology, etc., etc. And we follow the requirement. We fulfill the requirement. And the settlement out of court have successfully been achieved in most cases. For instance, I took my position in Kyushu University Hospital in 2014. At that time, I observed roughly 5 lawsuits every year on average. Now we only see 1 cases by conducting this candid communication with patient and family for 10 years. Okay, number 2, we admit neither negligence nor link to the adverse outcome. If that is the case, we do not offer payout because there is negligence or there is no linkage to adverse outcome. So what happens next is that patient and family may subsequently agree or concede our outcome. That's okay. Or they may consult a lawyer to explore a compensation request, although it is costly. If they move on to number 2, it means consulting lawyers. The lawyer may request a disclosure of medical chart, issued documentary questionnaire to us, or send a damage payment request, or files the case to the court. And patient and family takes time and procedural burden. It's a big burden, including cost that could be a reason they drop in the middle the case during the course of lawsuit. If they waive the case, it's one of the form of resolution. This is our understanding. Because we say there is no negligence, there is no linkage, we believe that this is one of the forms of resolution. If the case goes to court, unfortunately, the district court in the region where I work and live, often, nearly approximately 70%, advise to compromise. Otherwise, the court delivers the sentence. And the statistics tells that only 20% of the case is in favor of patient and family. I said again and again, I mentioned again and again the damage payment. So you may wonder where damage payment budget comes from. We annually enter into a contract for damage payment with insurance indemnity company. It is called Sompo Japan currently. So we are insured. The Kyushu University Hospital are insured, as well as staff of Kyushu University Hospital are insured in terms of their practice and the skills. So the budget comes from indemnity insurance company. Okay, here you see the title of recent incident discussed in incident review committee. I'm really honest. The wrong teeth extraction. No way. Wrong insertion of nasogastric feeding tube to the left lung instead of the stomach. Oh no. Wrong laboratory data production on blood samples due to contamination that led to patient hospitalization. Patient was really angry over the extra hospitalization. Omission of planned ovarian tumor ligation for sterilization in cesarean section. Our obstetrician wrongly skipped the planned ovarian tube ligation. Omission of removal of one of urethral catheters in patient with duplicate ureters. Aspiration leading to death 5 days after robotic surgery, etc., etc. Those are cases we discussed in incident review committee, and I identified those cases through internal reporting and learning system. Well, here you see the Global Patient Safety Action Plan, which is a 10-year patient safety action plan devised by WHO in 2021. There are 7 pillars, including patient and family engagement. Under this pillar, this includes here you see pillar number 4 includes patient safety incident disclosure to victims. So as you see here, WHO is also promoting incident reporting on based on 6.5, 16.1, and open disclosure to victims on 4.4. So I joined the development meeting and development process, which took place in WHO headquarters in 2020. I worked with the Director General, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, and our UK colleagues. And in 2024, WHO published the Patient Safety Rights Charter. It includes 10 patient safety rights. And it was released, the charter was released on occasion of the 6th Global Ministerial Summit on Patient Safety in Santiago, Chile, last year. And it said that WHO aims at supporting Global Patient Safety Action Plan with the Patient Safety Right Charter. And the Right Charter is considered and deliberated on occasion of World Patient Safety Day memorial event, which took place in WHO headquarters in 2023. Here you see the photo of the Ministerial Summit on Patient Safety, which was held in Santiago, Chile last year. I delivered a lecture of our reporting, one of the reporting and learning system, which is no photo compensation system for cerebral palsy, which provides compensation, monetary compensation, as well as investigation and prevention. We published investigative report of cerebral palsy, which is delivered not only to professionals, but also to families. In other words, I say again, family get investigative report, and the family would read it, and they know what happened during delivery with babies with developing cerebral palsy. And so this is one of the form of open disclosure at the national level through our JQ's project to patient and family. And here you see the picture of the World Patient Safety Memorial event, which took place in 2023, in which we discussed and deliberated the Patient Safety Rights Charter. So if you look at the right chart, it is developed engaging stakeholders, including patient advocates and patient safety experts like me, hospital safety experts, human rights experts, healthcare workers, and the leaders, etc., etc., etc. And after the memorial event, the draft charter went through critical review internally in WHO, and finally, the WHO established 10 rights. I'd like to highlight one of them, right to be heard and fair resolution. And if you look at the details of the right number 9, it emphasizes patients have right to share their experiences, file complaints, and report safety incidents occurring during their care. And they should get supportive environment. Their voices should be heard. Their concerns is allowed to express. And they should receive a clear explanation of the incident, and they should get redressal fair resolution, and they should be explained about prevention measures of reoccurrence. So the no-fault compensation is obviously one of the forms of redressal or fair resolution. And here you see other things. In the interest of time, I'd like to skip this slide. Okay, I have shared my experience that I have gained in Kyushu University Hospitals. In the very first part of my talk, I said that there are two reporting and learning systems. One is internal reporting and learning system, and another one is external reporting and learning system at the national level. I would like to go very quickly with external reporting and learning system conducted by JQ, and I have been in charge of it for 20 years. We have many types of reporting and learning system targeting medical institutions like hospital, clinic, and pharmacy, and cerebral palsy, and the dental clinic. And another organization is running a sort of reporting and learning system on accidental death. Well, here you see the overview of our reporting and learning system. We collect adverse event as well as near-miss event. And we have a web-based reporting and learning system composed of coding part and the text part. If we need more data, we conduct on-site survey. And we analyze the reports to produce annual report, quarterly report, monthly alert, and provide a database and opportunity for education to learn root cause analysis or other analytical knowledge and procedures, for instance. And what is important is that patient representatives is included in our steering committee. And here you see the statistics of the reporting of adverse event. It's increasing. And I said it's increasing because we have gained big help from National University Medical Center, as well as private University Medical Center. I am a member of the Alliance of National University Medical Center on Patient Safety, and I'm a committee chair of on public affairs and academic research. So last year on December, we had annual conference, and we took group photo like this. And then we provide annual and quarterly report as shown here. And then we provide a monthly alert shown here. We have so far published more than 220 monthly report. It includes big title in big letters and messages and illustration and actual case, a couple of cases which actually happened, and preventive measure or corrective actions that the institution took. And if there is comments from experts of the committee, we put it here. And then we also provide database. And then a couple of years ago, a researcher on artificial intelligence came to JQ office, and we start a project on developing AI model that analyzes incident with our database. And then last week, 2 weeks ago, I joined the 7th Ministerial Summit on Patient Safety in Manila, Philippines, and I chaired session 3, which is related to AI, artificial intelligence. This is a picture. And then the session was joined by Professor Albert Wu from Johns Hopkins, and patient representative from the US, and experts from the Philippines and Netherlands and Japan as well. And I emphasized as a chair that AI is really helpful, not only to clinical work, but also to administrative work, because AI significantly reduces administrative burden on medical professionals. And now, in the regular diet session, our government is now deliberating AI Act. So I shared the outline of AI Act, which is really promotional, less regulative. There is no punishment. If there is punishment, there is only one article that the government is allowed to disclose the name of the company that does not follow the government guidance. But there is no punishment or there is no fine. We also have instant reporting and learning system targeting pharmacy and dental clinic, as I said, and no fault compensation system as well. And here you see again the 35 great concrete action of WHO Global Patient Safety Action Plan, highlighting instant reporting and disclosure to victims. And in 2024, WHO published a follow-up report of 10-year patient safety initiatives. Only 32% of member countries carries instant reporting and learning system at the national level. And looking at the report, there is a page which describes the experience of Thailand. It results that in 2016, Thailand was inspired by WHO consultation and Japan's reporting and learning system. So accordingly, the Thailand and Oman as well launched a national level reporting and learning system in reference to our reporting and learning system in the wake of this WHO consultation meeting, which took place in Sri Lanka 2016. So here you see some takeaways for you that I mentioned. So I am going to stop there. Thank you very much, and I'm happy to take questions and stop sharing my slide. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Professor, for
Thank
the
you.
insightful presentation. And I think today you will be the man who inspire us because so many experiences you in global level, national level, and then at your workplace. And then you are a prominent figure in developing and promotion patient safety system in Japan. And your research focuses on incident reporting, risk management, and building a strong culture of safety within hospital. You also work in international bodies such as the WHO in improving patient safety standard globally. So I think so many questions in the audience today. But before we jump to Q&A session, I would like to inform you that the Professor Shin will visit the Center of Excellence for Patient Safety and Quality in October, and then he will be a speaker in international conference on patient safety and quality.
Okay, yes, I'm happy to join it.
Yeah. Okay, Professor. So before we jump to Q&A session, I would like to ask you, how long do you have time in this session, Professor?
Well, 10 to 15 minutes is
15 minutes.
allowed for me. Yeah, before I going to the airport. I'm sorry.
Okay, you are very busy today.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, now we are jump to Q&A session. I will uh read them out in the chat box. The first question is come from Ruby Rizal Rosali.
Rosali.
Uh, yes, he asks you how to engage all patients and families in patient safety by implementing a culture of safety in QCU hospital, Professor.
Okay. Thank you very much. Well, this is a very good question. And when I mentioned a national policy, I said that the significant concern on patient safety emerged in our society ever since the patient group and families group have been very, very active, and they are welcomed by the Japanese government and Japanese media as well. They have been working as a committee member at the governmental level. So the patient and family is really influential in healthcare in my country. So as a patient safety expert, I believe that patient engagement is really important. Uh, and in addition, the medical professionals in my country is significantly believes and learned that engaging patients in patient safety is really important. So it was not very difficult to engage patient and family for instance, patient safety audit committee in Kyushu University Hospital. So in other words, our staff, medical professionals, are really familiar with including engaging patient and families in patient safety. However, the younger generation do not know about engaging patient and family in patient safety promotion. I deliver lectures or I communicate with those new staffs at the beginning of new fiscal year in education and training course for new staff. And I'd like to highlight at this point, education and training is really important. And another thing which is important is the leadership of hospital director and deputy director in charge of patient safety, which is me in Kyushu University Hospital. Now, along with the history I described, all the hospital director in my country strongly believes that they would fail if patient safety fails in their institution. So they believe that patient safety is one of the top prioritized agenda in institutions. So with those background and the understandings by our staffs, we have been engaging patient and family in patient safety promotion at the institutional level. I hope it makes sense for your question.
Okay. Uh, I think that give us valuable insight into how Japan handle this issue. Okay, let's move to the next question. There is another interesting question coming up. It's come from Eritina Kurnia Putri.
Eritina, okay, thank you.
Okay, Professor Sins, first of all, thank you for your time and the knowledge you have shared. I am very interested in your approach regarding the admission of medical negligence and out-of-court settlements. In your opinion, how can we ensure that the process of acknowledging mistakes does not just stop at financial compensation, but truly drives systemic improvements to prevent similar incidents in the future? Are there any best practice from Japan or other countries that could serve as inspiration?
Okay. Well, Uh, in my country, well, there are many initiative, project, or the practices related to patient safety promotion at various levels, such as national level and institutional level. And at the institutional level, it has been said, frequently said that we need to focus on human error and we need to take system-based approach in in many occasions of patient safety education and training. When we discuss or investigate incident case, we finally conclude not only whether it is negligent or not, but also how to prevent the future similar cases through a human factor-based approach or system-based approach. And then we implement it, and a PDCA, plan to see, and action cycle is carried out after that. And the medical professional at the institution is very much encouraged through hospital accreditation to incorporate external knowledge and experiences such as the monthly alert from JQ at the national level into the institutional patient safety promotions. So our monthly alert is fully spread across medical institutions in my country. So everybody knows that. Incorporating those experience and the knowledges, we have been promoting patient safety at national level. And when we publish a monthly alert at the JQ or other materials, including preventive measure or learning in products, we focus on system-based approach or human factor-based approach primarily. So that's what we have been doing. But you know that we are still in the middle of achieving our goals. So it's patient safety promotion is sort of a journey. It's a very long journey. So once we get to the goal, there is another goal ahead. And so this is our understanding on patient safety promotion. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Professor, for your explanation. And I think we have more time in this session.
Yep.
So just feel free to
Yes.
audiences, if you want to open discuss, please write on the chat box, or you can raise your hand and open your mic. Okay? Any question? Or maybe you want to share the yes. It's come from Intantiana Asri in chat box. I will read it.
Asli.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Uh, Very long question from Intantiana Asri. It's honor to learn from someone with such deep clinical and academic experience like you, Professor. In Indonesia, we still often face a long blaming culture. Yeah, which
Yes, yeah.
make open disclosure very difficult. I am curious, what were the biggest challenges Japan faced when trying to build a culture of open disclosure, and how did you overcome that culture of blame? Blaming culture is a situation where people are afraid to report mistakes because they worry they will be blamed or punished. And this still happen a lot in healthcare setting in countries like Indonesia. Okay, I think that's the question, Professor.
Yeah, yes. I know what you are worrying about because it is the difficult experience we went through 20 years ago. JQ launched, I launched reporting and learning system in 2004. At that time, blaming culture was rampant, was very popular, even in my country. So why blaming culture continues is that media and patient and family blames medical professionals or medical institutions for the incident happening. So when we launched a reporting and learning system, I traveled across my country, and I delivered my speech or lectures that we do not disclose the name of the hospitals. We work on reports on condition of anonymity. So the no blame and anonymity are two big principles that we swear to keep throughout the operation of our reporting and learning system. And I traveled again and again a couple of years across my country. And I held a press conference with the media. In the initial couple of years, as you imagine, media urged me to disclose the name of the hospital, disclose the name of medical professionals involved in the incident. However, I said to media that this reporting and learning system aims at patient safety. So for that reason, I do not disclose the name of the hospital, the name of medical professionals. Otherwise, medical professionals do not report, simply do not report, and the reporting and learning system will collapse quickly. So I exchanged this conversation again and again during the initial couple of years. And after that, the media and patient and family got to understand what type of system is needed for patient safety. Media, as well as patient and family, wanted patient safety for sure. But in the initial years, in early years, they try to disclose the name of the hospital. However, one day they learned through my lecture, through my press conference, and through probably other occasions that no blame culture is quite important to prevent the similar case from happening, which is one of the wishes of patient and families. So now, after 20 years since we incept this reporting and learning system, I do not receive a question or a fierce question like that from media or patient and families. So I think no blame culture has grown and is still growing. So that's why we have been observing the increased number of adverse event to JQ. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. We truly appreciate your detailed answer and perspective, Professor. And I think there's more question in
Yes.
audiences, but I think I believe our time is almost up.
Yes.
Now in Indonesia is 2 p.m. and I think in Tokyo is 4 p.m.
Yeah,
and
4
you
p.m.
have
Yes.
to yeah and you have to fly
Yes,
uh
exactly.
to Fukuoka. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I spoke too long. Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, Professor. And
Yes.
we are coming to the end of today's session.
Okay.
Before we conclude, may I kindly ask, would you like to share a final message or some words of advice with us, Professor?
Mhm.
Can you give us a final
Uh,
message, Professor?
Final message. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, final message. Okay. Probably I want to emphasize leadership, uh, leadership of you, and then uh, the the keep on being engaged in patient safety promotion in your institution. So those I'd like to highlight those two keywords and phrase. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Leadership and keep engaged. Okay, that's very great final message from Professor Shin Ushiro today. Uh, okay. And thank you very much, Professor, for that
Thank you.
meaningful message. And once again, thank you for everyone for your thoughtful question and engaging discussion today. And very special thank you to you, Professor Shin, for such an inspiring and insightful lecture. On behalf of the organizing committee, we seriously appreciate your time, your expertise, and generosity in sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you.
We hope this session has provided valuable insight. And this may be our first session together, Professor, but we truly hope it will not be the last. We look forward to the future collaboration in the field of
Yes.
quality improvement and patient safety. Okay. I think it's all, and have a great day, everyone. Stay safe and stay inspired in your journey of advancing patient safety. Goodbye, and see you next time.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you very much. See you in Surabaya.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Prof.
you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.